and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. NFL week number 7. Week 6, I was 9-5 on my picks, straight up, against the spread over-under, both 5-9 year-to-date. Went straight up picks, 61, 30, and 1. Freaking tie. Against the spread, 40 and 52, over-under, 47 and 45. Overall of 53.6%. I'm picking every game. I don't know if that helps me, hurts me, etc. But you know what? It is what it is. As long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. As long as I can make some money, that's all that matters. I don't bet on it. But hey, I do it for fun. So you know what? Maybe obviously I'm over 50%. So if I was betting money on it, I might win. Alright, so we're going to go with the Thursday night game. We have the 4-2 Kansas City Chiefs versus the 2-4 Denver Broncos. Logic normally tells you the home team does better on Thursday nights. Here. Kansas City to Denver. It's an hour plane ride if that. I don't think it's really going to change the Chiefs' week. Obviously coming off back-to-back losses to the AFC South. Stings. They're 3-0 on the road though. I think going into a familiar opponent, they know Denver. They played Denver for twice a year for years. All time, the Chiefs are 63 and 55 versus the Broncos. I don't think the Chiefs are going to have as big a problem on the road on a Thursday as some teams would. Chiefs win, cover the 3.5, over on the 49. Because the Broncos are not what the Broncos used to be. Next up, we have the 2-4 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the 0-6 Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals and the Dolphins are the only two teams that are winless. If the Bengals are trying to lose to be the worst team in the NFL, they are failing at losing because Miami's worse. Bengals is only their average loss has been by 10 points. So hey, they're not as bad as Miami. Jacksonville favored by 3.5. Garner Minshew, yeah, he's not good. But you know what? The last 3 losses by Jacksonville has been by 1 point, 7 points, and 7 points. So they're not getting blown out. They just need a break here or there. Hey, they need the ref from the Monday night game that called the 2 personal fouls, face mask on the Detroit's DB who wasn't even touching his face. They need that ref. Maybe a call here or there would help them. I am taking Jacksonville to beat Cincinnati. The Bengals are just bad. Jaguars win, cover. Under on 43.5. Hey, I'm an AEW wrestling fan, so you would think that I would be a fan of Jacksonville, which I kind of am. I want Jacksonville to do well because of Shaka Khan and Tony Khan. They are the financial backing of AEW. Next up, we have a NFC North matchup. We have the 4-2 Minnesota Vikings versus, hey, the Detroit Lions, 2-1, who should have won Monday Night Football, but it was taken away from them. That was, just fucking stupid with it. Fucking, oh my god. I didn't get to watch the whole game. I got to hear and see some highlights of it. But god damn it, those plays were just ridiculous. Yeah, come on. Come on, referees. That's just bullshit. Detroit's favored by 1 at home. At the end of the day, they still lost. Would they have won if it wasn't for that last penalty? Who knows? If Mason Crosby would have had to kick that field goal, the 40-yard field goal to take a 1-point lead, but then Detroit got the ball back. Would they walk down the field and kick a field goal? Would Stafford have thrown an interception? What would have happened? We don't know. At the end of the day, 2-1. Vikings are better. I'm giving Vikings the 1. I got them winning, covering under on the 44. Next up, we have the LA Rams. Streaky as hell, aren't they? Win 3, lose 3. So we're going back on a 3-game. We're going to go on a winning streak here by beating the 1-5 Falcons, who have lost 4 straight. I think so. Rams win. Cover the 3. Under on the 54. All right. Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals, 2-3-1. Kyler Murray, 2-0 or 2 straight wins versus the New York Football Giants, who are 2-4. Okay. Make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Giants 0-2. Sorry, Eli, two-time Super Bowl champion. You're not cutting it. We're going to bench you for the kid, the new shiny toy. Eli took it like a man, said, all right, I get it. No big deal. Whatever. I'll help him. So they get outscored in the first 2 games, 63-21. We bring in the new toy, Daniel Jones, 2 wins. We outscored the opponents 56-34. All right, so in 2 games, the offense more than doubled, and the defense cut their giving up in half. Great, nice spark for the team. The last 2 games, and 2 losses, being outscored 63-24. So the first 2 games you got outscored 63-21 with Eli. You bench Eli. You get kind of a spark there, a couple wins. And then the last 2 games you get outscored 63-24. Yeah, that makes sense. The Giants football team is not good. I mean, it's not the quarterback's fault. They're not good. Shaquan's being out kind of hurts. OBJ being in Cleveland hurts, but the Giants team is not good. Giants are favored by 2.5 at home. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Come on, kid. Come on, Kyler Murray. I'm giving the 2.5 to Arizona. I got the Cardinals winning, covering over in the 49.5. Come on, Kyler Murray. Don't make me be wrong with that. Next up, we have the Oakland Raiders 3-2 versus the 5-1 and Green Bay Packers. Packers favored by 6.5. I got them winning, covering it under on the 46.5. Next, big AFC South matchup. We have the Houston Texans 4-2 versus the Indianapolis Colts 3-2. The 2 teams that have beaten Kansas City in the last 2 weeks. So 2 teams going, if they get to the playoffs, they know they can beat Kansas City. The Texans beat the Chiefs 31-24. The Colts beat the Chiefs 19-13. Indianapolis is favored by 1 point at home. Since the Texans beat the Chiefs by more points, I'm giving the 1 point to Houston. Houston wins, covers under in the 48. It's the battle of the 2 teams that beat the Chiefs. So the Chiefs only 2 losses this year. If they can somehow resurrect this and come back and be 14-2, where their only 2 losses were against those 2 teams, can you imagine the playoffs if both those teams make the playoffs? Oh my God! It's like, ooh, if we get out of the first round, we can beat the Chiefs. All right, next up, we have the worst football team in the history of football. We have the 0-5 Miami Dolphins. They are scoring 8 fucking points a game and giving up 36. I think the Missouri Tigers are ranked 22nd in the NCAA can beat the fucking Dolphins right now. Buffalo's 4-1. Yeah, their only loss was a 6-point loss to New England. If you're a Bills fan, I bet you'll take that. Take that to the bank all day long. Buffalo's favored by 17 at home. Yeah, win, cover, over on the 39. Next up, San Francisco 49ers 5-0. Jimmy G picked him up on waivers on my fantasy football team. Versus the 1-5 Washington Redskins. Okay. You fired your coach. You're still bad. When do you start Dwayne Haskins? I'm just wondering. No, really, I mean, they do have a win, but it was against Miami. Does it really count as a win? Niners favored by 10 on the road. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 42. The Niners are the only team, are one of 2 teams with New England are undefeated. They both go undefeated this week as well. Oops, haven't got to the Patriots-Jet game yet. Los Angeles Chargers 2-4 versus the 2-4 Tennessee Titans. Both teams on a 2-game losing streak. That's got to end for someone unless it goes for a tie. Tennessee's favored by 1.5. Win, cover, over on the 39. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints 5-1. Who dat? Teddy Bridgewater. Who needs Drew Brees? Yeah, I said it. And they're 5-1. Come on, Saints Nation, you know what I'm talking about. 5-1. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Versus the 3-2 Bears. Bears got a tough defense though, but I think that the Teddy B will take care of that defense. Chicago's actually favored by 3 at home. We give them the 3 to New Orleans. Who dat? Wins, cover, and over on the 38.5. Next up, we have the 4-2 Baltimore Ravens versus the 5-1 Seattle Seahawks. Ravens winners of 2 straight. Seattle's won 3 straight. Seattle's favored by 3.5 at home. I know that 12-man and their home field advantage is so freaking awesome, but I'm giving the 3 to Baltimore. Lamar Jackson goes in there, puts some points on the board. They win. They cover the 3.5 for Baltimore, under on the 50.5. Sunday Night Football, we have AFC East. We have the Philadelphia Eagles 3-3 versus the Dallas Cowboys, who are also 3-3. 1 versus 2 in NFC East. Dallas favored by 3 at home. Dallas win. Cover the 3 under on the 48.5. Monday Night Football. We have the 6-0 New England Patriots with the ageless Tom Brady versus the 1-4 New York Jets, whose average loss this year has been by 15.5. But you know what? They won last week. Sam Darnold's returned. Played pretty good. The Jets have always been a thorn in the side of Bill Belichick. What would happen? Patriots defense has been giving up on an average of 8 points a game. What happens on Monday Night Football? In the Meadowlands, in New York. All eyes watching. Sam Darnold beats Tom Brady. What would happen? That would be nuts. I don't think it's happening. New England's favored by 9.5 on the road. I got them winning, covering, and over on 42.5. Just for a second there. I know what a thorn in the side of Bill Belichick the Jets can be. They have been. They've beat him before. Could they do it on Monday Night Football? Still not picking them, but I think it could happen. Alright, so that is going to wrap up week number 7 of the NFL football season. All you football fans out there, make sure you check out the NCAA Week 8, Week 19 of the CFL. I have a special pro wrestling show coming up. Wednesday Night Wars. Are we there yet? We'll have to see. Wait on that one. Make sure you check that out as well. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.